All right, before we get to the charts, let's look at this article from Mint, OPEC Plus, and to lower production targets from 2024 by 1.4 million barrels per day. Saudi to cut output in July. So I don't think it was a surprise that we saw a cut by the OPEC Plus group. What I think was a surprise was price action last night, and we'll get into that after this quick excerpt from Mint. So OPEC reached a deal on output policy after 7 hours of talks and decided to reduce overall production targets from 2024 by a further total of 1.4 million barrels per day. Saudi, OPEC cartel's dominant member, will make deep production cuts of 1 million barrels per day starting from July as part of a border output limiting OPEC Plus deal as the group faces flagging oil prices and a looming supply glut due to just global economic demand. It is now possible that the latest production cut could send oil prices up, with them gasoline costs. However, there is uncertainty about when the slowing, growing global economy will regain its thirst for fuel for travel and industry. I'm anticipating sometime in 2024. The fact that Saudi felt another cut was necessary underlines the uncertain outlook for demand for fuel in the months ahead. There are still concerns about economic weakness in the U.S. and Europe, while China's rebound from COVID-19 restrictions has been less robust than expected. The oil producing group had announced a surprising production cut back in April. April announcement helped to drive oil prices about $9 per barrel. All right, let's get into the charts. All right, so let's look at the daily chart, and this is the cut in April, where we saw price increase $9. The day of the cut, we had an indecision candle, and then basing, and then a small rally higher before it hit the 200-day moving average, and then we had this steep decline in price. Obviously, there's demand in here. Price was red, but then closed the day green as buyers stepped in at roughly $64. So your range is 84 on the top side and 64 on the downside. Now you can see all these moving averages are serving as resistance. We had the pop up, and to my surprise, price declined right away. But now we're getting a small bounce higher in the overnight session. Let's go to the 8-hour chart. And what we can see is that this moving average was served as resistance, and it now is serving as support. So we had a gap higher, and in a couple of hours, price just sold off. Now I was looking at the charts last night, and I was wondering if the gap was going to close. It was hard to tell as the European markets did not open as of yet. So why did price decline? Not sure. If there is any selling pressure, it's going to be right above at the 75.50. However, there are no real sellers in this area, as this was overnight trading around 2 in the morning. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So again, looking at that level, okay, on the 4-hour chart, this is the 6 o'clock candle, which would be the start of the European market, roughly. Okay, let's go down to the 2-hour chart. We have 15 minutes before the regular trading hours start. Now you can see that on the 2-hour chart, price has been respecting this purple moving average. We could also see it on the 60-minute chart. Although you've been getting piercings, price has nevertheless still been respecting the purple simple moving average. Right now, this is the 8 o'clock candle. And probably just basing before the regular trading hours start at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's go down to the 30-minute chart. Ideally, what I would like to see is this 30-minute candle close green, ideally above this pivot high at 430, and then a pullback before prices move higher. There are no sellers between current price and 75.27. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart. All right, so the current 15-minute chart, it's 847, is at the moment bearish, but this is good. Let's see if this can close green over the next 12 minutes. Again, no real selling until you get to the $75 level. All right, can't really count this as sellers. This was just overnight trading. This actually occurred at the open, the start of the overnight trading at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, to see if we close green, looking for a pullback, and then potentially move higher to start the regular trading session. Go to the 5-minute chart. And what I'm hoping for is that the orange simple moving average holds price. Again, let's see if this, now I anticipate this candle closing red because it gapped up higher, moved up to go down, so it should turn red. We have about 30 seconds before this candle closes. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for the morning of 6/5/2023. We could see a sell-off, right, because the daily candle is red. Also, again, the moving averages on the daily chart are serving as resistance. So, should be an interesting opening to start the regular trading session. All right, so yep, the 5-minute candle did close red. So we're starting the 850 candle. We're going down, potentially to go up. All right. If I place any trades, I will post a video. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, please. Like the video.